Welcome to a new mini-series of The Deep End. In these mini-series, we explore some of the most complex societal problems facing us at the moment, helping listeners gain a nuanced understanding of a complex topic and then be inspired and equipped to build, invest, or support startups and founders that are aiming to solve these challenges. In the last mini-series, we looked at the meta problem of access to housing. We looked at the main bottlenecks holding us back from achieving more accessible and affordable housing. And we spoke to the founders creating a new reality in this field. If you missed any of those episodes, head to wherever you find your podcasts and have a listen. For this mini-series, we are focused on longevity, the pursuit of longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. The idea of living longer has captivated the human imagination for centuries. The ancient tale of the Fountain of Youth is an example of this fascination. The story, found in ancient Greek mythology, recalls a spring associated with the goddess Hebe, the personification of youth. According to the ancient Greeks, those who drank from the Fountain of Youth would be granted eternal youth and vitality. Alas, this legendary spring remains undiscovered. However, from the ancient tales of the Fountain of Youth to modern scientific advancements, the quest for longevity has been the perennial dream of humanity. And now, in the 21st century, we find ourselves at a point where this dream is becoming more and more of a reality. In the year 1900, the average life expectancy at birth stood at a mere 32 years. By the year 2021, the average life expectancy figure had soared to an impressive nearly 73 years, driven by vaccines, advancements in hygiene, and antibiotics. Statistical modeling suggests that it is plausible for a lifespan of 130 years to be achievable by the year 2100. But why is increasing longevity a societal problem worth solving? Improving longevity is focused on improving two concepts: health span and lifespan. Health span refers to the amount of time someone lives in good health, while lifespan refers to the amount of time you live for. Success in the field of lifespan means more time in the world. You have more time to spend with loved ones, build great things, pursue professional goals, and explore your hobbies. You also have the opportunity to contribute to society for an extended period. However, as we increase lifespan, it is essential that we increase health span. Social and health services will not be able to cope with a large elderly population that is frail. This can also lift burdens on our pension systems. Listen to Celine Haliwa, founder and CEO of Loyal, on what it is trying to be when it comes to achieving the quest of longevity.
So you basically drag out the middle healthy years of a human's lifespan and then delay or dampen the onset of age-related diseases that would occur in that patient otherwise over time. The ideal obviously would be like a compression mortality. So people live, 10 to 20%, don't hold me to this number.
While researching longevity, we identified 8 bottlenecks holding us back from achieving longer and healthier lives. And we chatted with on-deck community members and founders to explore them. In doing so, we explore some of the more out there concepts that people often associate with longevity tech. But research is also piling up on the effect that everything from diet, exercise, sleep, and happiness has on our life expectancy. Startups tackling these issues are just as important as the longevity tech startups in this space. The first bottleneck to longevity we're investigating is improving our drug and medical treatment systems. Developing new, effective drugs is an expensive and unpredictable process, with only a small percentage of drugs that enter clinical trials receiving FDA approval in the first place. This means we still don't have all of the requisite drugs approved to improve life expectancies. We spoke with Viswa Koru, the CEO of Inveda, a nature-based drug discovery company, to hear their approach to finding new drugs to the hundreds of illnesses that are still shortening our lives and detracting from our quality of life.
Nature actually represents the most validated yet untapped idea in the pharmaceutical industry. Between a third and a half of all small molecules, which means medicines that we take in pill form, actually owe their origin to a molecule that was first once discovered in nature. Yet today, our estimates are that between 95 and 99.9% of nature is a chemical mystery, which means we do not know the molecules that are in us, on us, or around us. And what we're doing today is taking that very old idea, which has worked extremely well, and building the technology to integrate it back into modern drug discovery workflows to address what I think is the key bottleneck in drug discovery, which is that things that work in the lab don't work in people.
The second bottleneck we explored is upgrading our healthcare systems. A well-functioning healthcare system is essential for achieving longevity. Medical breakthroughs, such as vaccines and antibiotics, contribute to increased life expectancy, but they rely on a functioning healthcare system to deliver their benefits to patients. Loop Health, an ODF2 company, is currently modernizing and improving the healthcare system in India. Their approach integrates streamlined clinics with convenient telemedicine services on top of the traditional coverage of hospital treatments.
Create a system that's really oriented around preventing sickness by bundling insurance with great primary care and having the real kind of business level incentive of providing phenomenal healthcare to people. And as a result, making the insurance product you're selling more profitable, then maybe in the future lowering the cost of insurance and making insurance more accessible and kind of kicking off this flywheel of better care, cheaper insurance, healthier people.
Next, we looked at improving diets. Your diet is one of the key factors that determine longevity, and several dietary patterns have been associated with increased longevity and a reduced risk of chronic diseases. One company tackling this issue head-on is Routine, which focuses on improving health through precision nutrition. Listen to Rachel Sanders, the CEO of Routine, on the role of nutrition in increasing longevity.
If you take what the future of health looks like, it's also the future of nutrition. And as we all know, nutrition is health and health is nutrition. And so taking those same approaches where it's precise, it's data-driven, it's based on research and science, and kind of continuing the science and research forward as well, is how I think about what the future of nutrition looks like.
Next up, exercise and longevity go hand in hand. Studies conducted on 6,000 adults at Brigham University found that a 9-year difference in cell aging between people who are active versus those who are inactive. Magic, an ODF6 startup, was founded with the aim of providing the personal trainer experience at home. For this series, we speak to CEO Varun Banat on how we get people moving.
For us, look, we're interested in bringing personal training that's one-to-one and making it on-demand and accessible to everyone. So we see ourselves as democratizing it and making it easier for people, for your whole household. That's how we're kind of thinking about it and approaching it. But I think there is going to be things in the nutritional space, in the medical space, that I think are going to try and essentially reverse aging.
Sleep plays a crucial role in achieving longevity by supporting overall health and well-being. Approximately 8% of deaths from any cause can be linked to poor sleep patterns. We look at some of the tech startups who come up with solutions, from high-tech beds to music apps that keep you asleep. We also look at one of the more overlooked concepts in determining our longevity, our mental health. Research has shown that having a sense of meaning or purpose in daily life is associated with better sleep, healthier weight, and higher physical activity levels. Listen to the ways that Koa is building a gym for mental health in a previous Deep End episode of Dr. Emily Anhalt.
So if you think about going to the gym, no one can lift your weights for you. You have to lift them yourself. But it's a hell of a lot easier to do that when there are other people around who are also lifting weights, and there's someone to spot you, and there's someone who's farther along who can give you tips, and someone who's newer who can make you feel like, oh, what I'm doing is working. And that's what we're trying to create with mental health. Like, ultimately, you still have to do the hard work on yourself. But when you're supported by other people who are also doing the work and can reflect things back to you and are on the journey with you, it just makes a big difference.
The other bottlenecks we investigated can be found on our website. The link is in the bio. The importance of helping live healthier and longer lives cannot be overstated. So let's get going.